Your watch vibrates. You feel fine. No pain, no dizziness, no warning. Just a notification, irregular heart rhythm detected. Apple's atrial fibrillation alert. Confidence high. You weren't thinking about your heart. You were making coffee. Now you're looking at a graph. And this is the quiet shift. The system noticed something before your body told you. If data knows first, you're no longer the first to know yourself. And once your own feeling isn't first, even feeling fine doesn't quite relax you. Feeling fine no longer settles you. You wait for the notification instead. It has to be confirmed you're okay. That's the threshold. Not when AI became impressive. When your body stopped being the first authority. There was a simple assumption. If something was wrong, you would feel it. Pain meant injury. Fatigue meant rest. Dizziness meant something needed attention. Your body signaled. You interpreted. You acted. Even uncertainty belonged to you. I feel off. I'm not sure why. Something isn't right. That internal ambiguity was part of being human. You didn't need a dashboard to confirm discomfort. You woke up and checked your body, not a device. Even preventive care followed this logic. You booked appointments because of symptoms. You sought advice because something changed. Sensation led, measurement followed, and that ordering mattered. Because it meant your lived experience was the starting point. If someone asked, "How are you feeling?" that question carried weight. Your answer wasn't data, it was authority. Embodiment meant being the first to know what was happening inside you. And even when doctors ran tests, those tests were responses, not initiators. Your body spoke first. Everything else verified. That was the baseline. Now the signal often comes from somewhere else. Wearables track heart rhythm continuously. Oura calculates readiness from sleep and heart rate variability. Continuous glucose monitors like Dexcom send real-time blood sugar alerts. Multi-cancer early detection tests claim to flag disease before symptoms appear. Your body is being monitored even when you're not paying attention. And the order has reversed. Instead of, "I feel strange, maybe I should check," it becomes, "The device flagged something. Do I feel anything?" That sounds minor. It isn't. Because it changes what counts as truth. If your Apple Watch detects atrial fibrillation before you feel palpitations, your internal sensation becomes suspect. If your glucose monitor warns of a spike before hunger, your appetite becomes unreliable. If a blood test predicts elevated cancer risk before pain, your sense of health becomes provisional. You don't stop trusting yourself entirely. But you hesitate. You begin to cross-check. You feel fine. But what does the number say? This isn't dystopian. Many of these systems genuinely prevent harm. AFib detection has led to earlier clinical intervention. Continuous monitoring has reduced emergency episodes in diabetics. This is real-world benefit, but once it works better, it moves to the front. The earlier detector becomes the primary detector, and the primary detector becomes authority. Once that shift stabilizes, your body becomes advisory. The dashboard becomes definitive. The moment this happens isn't dramatic, it's psychological. You wake up feeling normal. Your watch says, resting heart rate elevated. The alert created awareness. The awareness changed sensation. This is where embodiment begins to destabilize. The alert created awareness. The awareness changed sensation. This is where embodiment begins to destabilize. You begin to negotiate with your own sensations. Is this fatigue? Or a signal? Is this stress? Or an early marker? Certainty shifts from feeling to forecast, because you can't unknow the number. If you ignore it and something happens, you were warned. If you respond and nothing happens, you overreacted. Either way, the device framed the moment. Over time, behavior adapts. You check your sleep score before deciding how hard to train. You check your readiness before scheduling meetings. You check your resting heart rate before trusting your energy. Instead of asking, "How do I feel?" you ask, "What does the system say?" And once that becomes habit, self-trust changes shape. Your body is no longer the first source of information. It's a data field being interpreted by something else. That's the identity shift, not illness, not dependency, demotion. Life continues. You still live inside your body, but the relationship changes. You don't simply experience fatigue, you verify it. You don't just feel stressed, you confirm it with heart rate variability. You don't just feel well, you check the score. Over time, you stop checking in with yourself first. The first glance in the morning isn't inward, it's downward, to a wrist, to a screen, to a number. You begin outsourcing interpretation, and interpretation is power. When something feels wrong, you look for confirmation. When something feels right, you look for reassurance. Even relief becomes data-driven. The body stops being the narrator. It becomes the subject, and something subtle erodes. Not health, not safety, authority. Embodiment used to mean, I inhabit this experience. Now it increasingly means, I monitor this system. There is enormous benefit in early detection. Lives are saved, conditions are caught sooner. But identity shifts quietly alongside those gains. Because if sensation is secondary to prediction, you are no longer the first to know yourself. You become informed by a model. And models speak in probabilities. You are 82% likely. You are low risk. You are trending upward, but you are no longer unquestioned. That's the tension, not fear of technology. Losing your place inside your own body. If this felt personal, that's because it is. When AI understands your body before you do, safety improves. But something else shifts with it. If this made you pause or rethink your own relationship with your body, tap the like button. It helps more people see the shift that's already happening. Embodiment stops being automatic. Self-trust becomes conditional. Subscribe to become part of the Unlocked, where we explore what still belongs to us when systems grow more perceptive than we are. And if someone you know has felt this quiet demotion without having words for it, share this with them, because the deepest changes aren't loud. They happen inside the relationship you have with yourself. Because the future isn't coming. It's already here.